Honorable Golden Chioma is here with us. Give us your perspective. What actually happened on the day?
Yeah, what you just showed is a clip, and I felt you have also shown the first one where Chidi was battered. The speaker was also battered.
Chidi Lloyd?
The leader of the House, Honorable Chidi Lloyd.
That's the gentleman in white?
Yes. You see, we reconvened yesterday, and when we reconvened, all members were given letters in compliance with the House rules that the House was going to reconvene. People were about to get there before they started attacking the speaker, the leader, but they came early. The House is supposed to sit by 10:30. Before we got there, they had chased out the speaker, attacked him physically, attacked the leader, and it was also captured in our CCTV. Everybody had to leave the chambers. In that split second, they came with a mace, which you saw a fine BP holding. That was not the mace of the House of Assembly. Why was a member holding that mace?
Sorry, who was the member holding the mace dressed in white and a red cap?
No, that is not the mace. He came in when he had been battered initially. They all retreated from the chambers.
Okay, that's Chidi Lloyd.
Yeah, Chidi Lloyd.
With the red cap. Okay.
He was battered. They used the camera stand to break on his head. He was literally overpowered with the speaker.
At what point? Before
that.
He was battered before he was in that mace?
Yes. When he retreated back to his office and all that, to get some medical attention and all that, before he knew it, he heard that they had brought a mace and they were sitting. So with that anger and that fury, he bumped into the chambers and saw that the members were not there. They just had one member sitting on the speaker's podium and one or two members. And they were said to be conducting the business of the House, which was wrong. And you must ask one question. The House is made of 32 members. By the House rules, you need 11 members to sit. That's what forms the quorum.
Okay. Let me take a look at this clip again, because you say Chidi Lloyd was battered.
Prior to that.
Okay. But here he is, holding that mace. If we take a look at that,
yes.
He's the one holding that mace, isn't he?
Yes.
He's the one battering the guy in suit.
Yes. No, what happened was, he came back when he heard that they were sitting.
And then he went for the...
because that was on the maze of the House.
Okay, that wasn't the maze.
That was not the maze of the House.
But why was he battering the guy in suit?
Because what they were doing was wrong. The House was not in session. They were interlopers.
Who was the man who was being battered?
From the picture of the clips, I noticed that I can't really pick it clearly, but I noticed that somebody was being battered, to be fair to you.
That was Honorable Evans BP.
No.
It wasn't him?
Evans BP is the one I saw when your clips were showing that was outside chasing cars with the mace.
Wow.
But you see, I think, just as you said, it's an unfolding drama. We have just seen Act 1, Scene 1. And I hope we'll also get Act 1, Scene 2. When the other pictures would come out, when the speaker was attacked, when the House leader was also attacked.
Okay, but there were images too of the same gentleman in white, who you say was battered, but was seen in this clip, battering the other gentleman there in suit. You later saw him in a picture circulated that he was in hospital.
Yes.
So how did that happen?
Yes.
Because here he is, he'll hurt the battering traps, and then he
was battered initially.
Okay, he was initially battered.
Yes, initially was battered. And after this, he was also battered. Look at what happened, gentlemen. We were supposed to sit.
Okay.
The executive has sent us a letter. And what they gave to us is there's supposed to be some amendments to the budget or to the appropriation law. Then that is a serious matter. Because of the imbroglio that has been happening, we've not been able to sit. Now, the Speaker and the leadership of the House said we should send letters in compliance with the House rules. Members are just getting there. People got there as early as 9, the other group, the other 5, and before you knew it, they had a mock section, sort of.
They had a mock session.
What would you call that?
Part of what they said was, according to their House rules, of which you remember, they said that there's this, is it Article 8, which talks about the process of appointing a speaker pro tempore if the speaker is not available to conduct proceedings. Is that correct?
Yeah. You see, if you look at the House rules, the House rules were written for members. And in the House rules, it is also clearly written that for a House to sit, you need quorum. Without a quorum, the House have not sat.
What's quorum in this case?
And what is quorum from the House is 11 members. Now, the House was validly reconvened by the Speaker. The Speaker was there. The House leadership were there. Members were just coming in. But they were singing banters, haven't seen for some time. Before you knew it, they started raining blows on people. Now, don't forget, what is here is what we have been shouting, that Rivers State is under siege. And we're not saying it because that we need to score political gains. No.
Is Rivers State really under siege?
You see, we are under siege for obvious reasons.
By who?
If you listen the last 2 weeks, the Commissioner of Police granted the press interview where he said the governor was dictatorial. And my little knowledge of government, a civil servant or a military man should not be heard but seen. For him to grant that interview, for his voice to be heard that a governor of a state he's supposed to be serving is dictatorial, then where does he leave us?
So he doesn't have a right to his opinion anymore.
See, your opinion cannot be heard to the extent of creating disharmony. Because if your personal interest overrides your duties, then you should excuse yourself in uniform.
What were the members? I mean, you said that the Speaker had informed members that they were going to sit. The House had not been able to sit previously.
Yeah.
Why has the House not been able to sit?
If you also remember, on the 5th of May or 6th of May, we went to sit. We also reconvened the House to sit. And hoodlums took over the assembly. It's either you get there, they batter you, or your life is at risk. And it will be shocking that our office is directly opposite the headquarters of the Nigerian Police Rivers State chapter, Rivers State
Command.
Command, opposite the assembly. Hoodlums were there. And this is an assembly that is supposed to have a police command, a division, headed by DC or so, I think so, stationed there. But the hoodlums came in. Opposite us is the Commissioner of Police and other security agencies. Nothing happened.
We heard about hoodlums yesterday. We're not seeing people who look like hoodlums. They're very well dressed.
Yeah, if you look at YouTube, you will see when the House reconvened to sit actually, the Deputy Governor haven't come in and presented his document for amendment. We had to break into the committee of the whole. He had to step out of the door because he's not a member due to parliamentary procedure, and he was outside there. You saw Evans BP with a barrage of boys.
Are you saying you eventually sat?
We sat, yes, the House sat.
How did that happen?
Yes. If you look at what happened initially, after all the brouhaha, the House felt in its wisdom that state functions or state duties must be done. We came back in the disorganized area because you find out that the other members had broken our computers and all that, but we still had to sit.
The question is, when you came in and saw that there were 5 people with one who is not the Speaker seated there, couldn't you have gone away and come back? Did it have to degenerate into a fight?
Yes, you see, if you say that, you understand that we are in a political situation where the might of the people has been trampled upon. You see, it is unfortunate. I use the word unfortunate. What would you say that I heard this morning that somebody was congratulating that action, that the Speaker should accept his fate? It becomes worrisome. That act should be condemned by all well-meaning people. But you get somebody saying that what has happened is right.
Sorry, what act? Is it the act of impeachment or the fracas that happened in the House? Which of them?
I heard somebody congratulating that Evance's BP is the Speaker. And I asked myself, was it fair What did it happen? Why would somebody sit somewhere and try to propagate mayhem?
Okay, but I'm trying
exactly. I'm totally lost in a sequence of events right now, because here we are. I'm trying to get it straight. I need you to please correct me.
Definitely.
We're saying that sitting was slated for 10:30, thereabout. You say that some people got there at about 9 a.m., right? And tried to sit. You call it a mock session.
No, not try to sit. Let's put it this way. The speaker was there early. The leader was there early. They were attacked.
At what point? At about 9.
At about 9. They were attacked.
Where? In
chambers. What you see when they said the governor came was to restore peace and order.
We'll get to that point.
Yes.
But the part where you said Honorable Chidi Lloyd was battered, for some reason.
You also get that.
Yeah, for some reason that wasn't captured. But here, but if he was doing this in retaliation, isn't that wrong?
No, see, when you use the word wrong, the word wrong here must be put into proper perspective. This was somebody who they used the camera tripod to break on his head. He was given series of blows.
So
the issue here is simple.
You're saying it's in order?
What's in order?
For him to retaliate the way
he did.
You see, it is a personal thing. If I'm attacked, the way I react may not be the way you react.
No, but look at the way he did. Not once, not twice. He chased the other member to the door.
That's what I'm saying. What we need to do now is to put all the pictures, all the videos on display.
Okay, at what point did you get there? Were you there at the initial stage?
Yes, I was at the gates. We were trying to get in because they were attempting to shoot me, to be fair to you. I was at the gate trying to force myself in. But the security men that had taken over the place were ensuring that nobody comes in because the place was already seized at the time I came. So what I now did was, I blocked the gate, to be fair to you, because that is my office. I was elected to do business there. And later they said, the place is unfair, people couldn't get in. So I was outside, watching all the drama and ensuing. And what touched me, I said, if this thing continues, what hope would the youths have? Because my fear is, we have this saying that the youths of today will be the leaders of tomorrow. And with the internet and what the communication is now, everybody is watching this. Okay.
Tell us, how did the Rivers State governor get involved?
Yes. As at the time I came in, there was breakdown of law and order already. And don't forget, he's the chief security officer. When information got to him that some members were being attacked and that the place was heavily in chaos, he had to come in to verify what was happening.
To verify?
Yes, to see what was happening. I think he was caught in the web.
Wasn't the sitting going on at the time?
Well, at that time, there was no sitting. It was when the pandemonium had gotten out of hand. And you see, if not for the fact that he came, to be fair to you, all you saw would have been how many dead, how many wounded.
Is it normal for a governor to come into the premises, into the chamber, while sitting, if I could use the word, what's going on?
Yes. We must put it this way now. The governor is a member of the House for life. Once you are elected, as a parliamentarian, you have the right to come into parliament. That is legislative practice. You may not have the right to come in. You need a motion for you to come in.
In what capacity did he come in?
Yes. One, the House wasn't sitting, to the best of my knowledge.
The House wasn't sitting? The
House wasn't sitting after the time he came. Now, but informations were already agog that the House of Assembly was in turmoil. Everybody had, it was on the phones, it was on TVs, on channels that the House was under siege.
Yeah, that's because the Commissioner for Information called in, and so she put up that information across, and it was aired. But you haven't still answered. Yeah. Is it right for the governor, is it normal for the governor to come into the House, into the chamber at the time?
Now, what time are we talking about here? Is it the time when people's lives are at risk? That is the question. Or was it there to make peace? One, you must not divulge the fact that he is the governor of Rivers State.
In other words?
And anything that happens in the House of Assembly affects it directly or indirectly.
Part of why that comes up is that there's a group which says that if the Assembly accuses the police of desecrating the hallowed chambers while that goes on, they say the governor has done the same thing.
Yeah, you see, when people say that, I want to ask one question. The governor was the speaker for 8 years. He was the head of that institution, and he has the right to be in the hallowed chambers. For instance, not everybody can come to the hallowed chambers. But for a member that has been elected, even if you've been elected in 1960.
Okay. We actually did invite the member of the 5 members of the House of Assembly in